Hey, Da Vinci. Hoity. What's going on, gentlemen? Merry Christmas. Good to see you. We got done with all of our Christmas stuff, and I was out here playing with the SV07, and I figured in the past I stream on Christmas because some people just don't have anything to do on Christmas. So this gives them something to do. They come hang out with an idiot with a webcam. So, Radioactive Scale RC. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I figured I'm just out here in the garage. We went to my sister's house, loaded up on food. The wife is currently passed out on the couch, probably watching Christmas movies. My two daughters that are home are probably in their rooms doing whatever teenage girls do. And I figured I was out here just playing and watching YouTube. I figured rather than watch some YouTube while playing with the printer, why don't I stream to YouTube while playing with the printer? So here we are. Hi guys. No giveaway today. Nothing planned. Just gonna do what I do out here and chat with you guys. So, yes, the Italian in me is flowing hard today. The hands, they are going. I don't know what to do with them, so they're all over. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. Right now, I'm just doing the Z offset on the thing because I did do the input shaping stuff, and I was like, I probably should have did that while I was streaming, but I already did it. I was watching some YouTube videos and was playing with this, and so I figured I'm doing stuff with the printer. Maybe we should stream it anyway for those who don't have any family things going on now, or maybe they're done with their family things, or maybe they couldn't get home to see family and they want something to do to occupy the mind. Here we are. So I'm going to hop back over here. So let's go to this camera here. Oh, look, I got it way in there. It's not showing anything. Let me move this back a bit. I kind of forget how far back I can move this thing and still get a okay shot. What if we go up higher? That should be okay. Let's adjust that exposure a little bit. Wrong direction. There we go. A little better. We're just going to adjust that Z offset. This Flying Bear printer, I want to put it on the shelf. I need to clean off the shelves. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas, Lee Marie 3D. Jeremy, good to see you, sir. Or Keela, or both, or the whole family. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here now. We go back. Homing. Let's home all real quick. In the screen, we can do a lot of this stuff in here, so that's kind of nice that they did include a lot. Al, Joy, holy cow. Al, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And I said Joy, but it's Jolly. I'm a weirdo, I know. All right, there's that. Now we go back. Now let's go back into, I believe it's under leveling. Let's go to Z calibrate and start. Gonna let everything kind of home again. JPP, good to see you, man. Merry Christmas. Be a lot of Merry Christmas today. I finally got smart and remembered in the screen behind me here to put the, there. But yeah, it's Al Jolly, not, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move down. Move down 5. Now we'll start moving down by 1s. Still not there. Still not there. Oh, we're pinching it, so let's go ahead and raise the nozzle half the distance. Still not there, so we'll raise it half the distance again. And this time we'll come in by 1s, 0.1s. Let's see, yep, we're under the nozzle. We're not touching yet. Let's lower it one more. Still not there. A little bit, so we're going to go. Dragging the paper pretty good, so we're going to go 0, 1. Feels a little better, so we'll accept that. Save and continue, so it'll save that offset. I know you guys can't hear it, but I can. It's just dragging. Losing audio. All right. Well, sorry. Audio is garbled. All right. Well, you know what? Hold on. It's back, huh? I wonder if it's because this thing was down here and it was like that. that had anything to do with it. I probably blew out some eardrums there just a second ago. This thing, I think, is about dead. I'm going to have to invest in a good quality microphone, nice wireless mic setup. I want to go one of the DJI kits because I see a lot of people with those and they seem to like them and have good luck with them. Maybe I'll get one someday. But for now, I'm still stuck with my garbage kit. It works so far, so we're just going to keep using it. Works-ish, right? Ish. You got an Orbiter 2 kit for Christmas with the motor, says Da Vinci. Nice. Get the Mini. Just came out with. It's much cheaper too. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go to Amazon, add it to my cart, to my wish list. What was that just went beep, beep, beep? I don't know. Well, anyway, let's make sure of one thing. I'll do the YouTuber thing here. Give me just a second. Close all this. Let's make sure. Okay, notifications are turned up on my phone. Now let's do the YouTuber thing. Put my phone in the charger, stick it on the stand, and tell you guys that first off, hi. For those of you who are new, I'm Dan. But you all know that because you're not new. You're all returnees. So thank you. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me. But again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, feel free to do those things. Likes and subscribes are free. If you would like to provide some sort of compensation to me for being such an awesome person, you can gift memberships or become a member yourself. Just click the button down there. You can also, if you choose to, throw super chats. If you want to throw super chats, let me know. I'll start a goal. We can have some fun with it, play a game. Never accomplish as much other than we're all super awesome and we want to be awesome. That's what I always put, because awesome is awesome. The other thing you can do is Linktree. Link is down below. In the Linktree, you've got my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Those come right to me. They help me out today, not when it comes out later. Doesn't matter. However you want to do it, feel free to do it. Helps me out greatly. And now, because you guys keep talking about this lovely little microphone, I'm going to go to Amazon and look up the DJI Mini. DJI Mini. If my keyboard will start typing. I said DJI Mini. DJI Mini. Not Mini Pro, right? It's not the Mini mic. We'll just type that and see what happens. Okay. DJI Mic Mini 2TX, 1RX, and charging case, ultralight durable. $169. Okay. Is there... Yeah, $169 is definitely a lot cheaper than the $350 for the bigger boy. So if anybody is feeling giving, give me just a moment here. I'm looking to see if it's anywhere else, because I don't see it. I only see one offering it right now for $169. So fun fact, all my interview videos are either built-in mics or Rode shotgun mic. Nice. Kind of like wind noise fans, maybe. Yeah, there's the fan going on that thing back there, so it's probably what you're picking up is that. If I got smart, what I would do is I would bring my laptop out and use my laptop for the stream, and then use my desktop for everything else, and just pipe my desktop into the laptop that way, using one of my yeah, you know what I'm saying, my video capture. There we go. But this looks like it says, let's click on it. Let's make sure. It says DJI Store, $169. They're pretty small. All right, well, 2TX, 1RX. Do I want to? I don't know. Do I need to? I don't really have too many people to come by, but fans maybe. I'm thinking, do I get the two? Well, I can put them both, I guess, in my list, huh? And then if somebody wants to be nice and get it for me, let's just add the two for right now to the wish list, and then we'll go back and add in the other one. Wish list, add it. There we go. Okay, it's in the wish list now, and there we go. Also, the link to my wish list is in there too, in my Linktree. There we go. Let's view the wish list. Let's make sure. Okay. So there, a single mic and the double mic are both in there. However, the single mic, it looks like it's just a pack with a charger. It doesn't come with like the case. But hey, whatever, still there. Check the PayPal. You employee just got me my Christmas present, huh? Let me go look at my thing here. What did you employee get me? Let's see what's in there. Wait. You guys got me a present. Well, gentlemen, let me click on this and see. I do thank you greatly. I'm trying to make sure what I'm seeing, though, because PayPal app is acting silly. It's not loading properly, so I'm seeing stuff, but, oh, wait, there we go. Well, Mr. Jeremy, you employee, thank you very much. Keela helped too. Well, thank you, Miss Keela. I'm waiting to see. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Greatly appreciated. Darest I tell them what the amount was? I will just say, Poity, Keela, Jeremy, thank you for the gift. We'll leave it as it's a gift. Thank you very much for that. It gets me closer to a new microphone, so I do greatly appreciate it. I can, well, I don't know. The single is that amount? Okay. You say what it is for the mic? Well, for the single mic, what I saw on Amazon says 89, and then the double is 169. So I don't know. Don't know. Sent a link in the sent the link in the PayPal. Let me look again. Hold on. You sent me a link for something, so let me look. Let me look at it. Yes, you did. Okay. Show the story. Verify. I gotta verify it's me now. God, everything says verify. Okay. You know what? Give me a second. I gotta log in on the PC. Oh, the phone is just not cooperating. The phone app, for some reason, PayPal made that app way too daggone complicated for anything. It's irritating. You guys sent me the link. Oh, to the DJI store. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So let's go here. Let's drop that there. It definitely did not. Oh, it put spaces in there. Okay. Well, let's copy it first. Copy. In case of personal information being leaked, guys, I can't say too much. I can't show too much. So please don't be mad. Just understand. I'm not trying to dox anybody who shouldn't be doxed. If I dox myself, that's on me. Okay, let's see here. Boom. DJI mic mini 1TX 1RX 89. Okay. Let me go back to PayPal. Go to home. Dox me and show up my house and the Yorkie will get you. Nice. Yorkies are violent little puppers. Yes, I do see that, Mr. Jeremy. I do see that. Well, I do see yours. I don't see the other one yet. That's why I'm making sure, because if you don't see the other one yet, it's not registering that there was the other one sent yet. You're outside my window. Oh, you're outside. Oh, Tech Cheaper. Hi, Tech Cheaper. Good to see you, man. Oh, look, you made a tiny URL. That makes it faster. But yes, so I'm patiently waiting. I don't see Poities yet. I'm patiently waiting. But while I'm waiting, we just adjusted the Z offset. we're going to jump into here. We'll probably get that ordered as soon as everything goes through, because right now I am broke bitch number one. Just throwing that out there. I'm not going to lie. I am a broke bitch. So we'll leave the PayPal window open. We'll close the Amazon window. We'll go back into the the EduTech SV07, since y'all know that the EduTech was the Santa Claus that sent that home to me. Check now, I had to verify your account. All right, give me a second. Let me go back here. Let's click on this guy. Let's see here. We're gonna close out the slicer software. Discard, go away. Now we'll go back. Now we'll reload. There we go. Thank you, Poity. Thank you, Keela. And Jeremy. Thank you, sir. By the way, Jeremy, thanks for the phone call today, man. It was awesome to hear your voice. It was nice to be able to tell you Merry Christmas. So thank you for that. I don't know if or when you guys are doing your Christmas presents, but if you've already done them, I'm sure your wife is ecstatic with the gift that she received. And if you have not, I'm sure she will be ecstatic with the gift that she is about to receive. I don't want to ruin anything, so I won't say anything till I know for sure. Tomorrow when the fiber gets installed, you haven't opened it yet, smart man. See? I know better. I know better than to open my mouth and say dumb shit, especially on this day. So I always just put it out there, you know. I can't ruin the surprise, man. I know she's going to be ecstatic. That's all I know. I'm quite certain she is going to be ecstatic, probably over the moon. She might even give you a little hug and a smooch on the cheek for being so sweet. I'll put that little bug in her ear so that this way, you know, instead of getting a slap and a kick in the ass, you get a little hug and a peck on the cheek. See? A 5-pound block of cheese. It's Gouda. It's Gouda cheese. All right. Now that I know that there's that, let's go to the good old DJI website. We'll log in. Click continue. We're verifying with the DJI store. I can't show you guys that. Personal reasons, you know. So one DJI mini mic, one TX, one RX. Add to cart. Adding it to cart. View cart and check out. Reviewing cart and checking out. Free shipping. Oh, look at that. Free shipping. Yeah. Okay, let's go to checkout and let's see what they're going to stick me for. Put in my info. Thank you, autofill. Set that as my default. Free, no signature required. Coming FedEx, UPS, or DHL. Card number. Which one's my PayPal card? I can pay with PayPal Direct too. Let's do that. Let's just go to PayPal. Okay, so we're going to pay with PayPal. Now let's go ahead and... Hey, before I do this, does anybody have a coupon or a credit or like a coupon for DJI? Maybe I can save a couple bucks. Does anybody know of any? What we got here? Oh, congratulations, Keela. Yes. Lactose intolerant. Jalapeno cheese sausage. Ooh, that sounds delicious. You were her first subscriber. Yeah, my wife forgets that she still has a membership to here, so it's always funny. I keep telling her, I'm like, it's funny that people join the memberships for you to spend some of the membership money to be a member as well. So some of you are secretly paying for her membership, just so you know. So my wife is a member to my YouTube. She always forgets. Anyway, let's go to place order. We'll be redirected to the PayPal's. Getting your PayPal wallet. Yes, use that. All right. All right. And complete purchase. for completing the purchase. Payment successful. All right. View my order. Ta-da. All right. One DJI Mic Mini, one TX, one RX. $89 even. Let me make sure I'm not going to dox myself. I will. All right. Just know that it's been ordered. Let me do this. Ready? Let me hit the old print screen. And then let's see here. Boop, boop, ba-doop. We're going to grab all this. All right. Boom. Grab that. Go to X. I'm going to X. Boom. Control V. Paste it in there. Thank you to Hoity. Hoity, are you on X? I don't remember. I gotta see if I can tag you. Shenanigans. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Hoity. Yes, you are. There you are. Hoity at Lee Marie 3D. And Keela, do you have your own? I don't remember if Keela does. Or if she's just under the Lee Marie. I'll just do this. I'll just tag Lee Marie and go Jeremy and Keela. There we go. For the Christmas gift, you are awesome. And better audio coming to a stream near you. There. She does have her own. Lee Marie first. Yeah, because I don't ever remember what Keela's is. I gotta go find it. Is it Mrs. Lee Marie 3D on there too? I will have to go find you. I think I'm following you, but I'm not sure. We're gonna have to though. But for now, there we go. Every time I spell your name, Keela, I think I'm spelling it wrong. I don't know why. I probably am spelling it wrong, that's why. And you probably just never told me because you're too nice to tell me when I'm spelling it wrong. Yeah, I notice a lot of people in the community have switched to the other one, and that's fine. To each their own. Do what you got to do. I'm on both, so, you know. See, I did spell it right. All right. There we go. Tagged you guys, posted it out there. You guys can see shipping details. You can see it's got my name in there. It's all done and paid for, bought on Christmas Day as a Christmas gift from you guys. So Poity and Keela and Jeremy too. Yes, Jeremy, you're always going to be last. Sorry, bud. Love you though. But yes, so thank you for that, guys. So if you go check out the old posts there, you'll see it. Here, I'll even be nice. Let's copy and paste it in there. Bam! There you go. There it is. There's the post. Purchase was made. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. So who knows when it'll get here. I did do the free shipping thing, so might be 6 weeks. Who knows? But when it gets here, you'll know about it because you know me. I like to stream and talk about stuff. So we'll stream and talk about stuff. But yeah, like I said, hey, look at that. $1.49 Canadian. So that's like 49 cents US. So thank you, Off Axis. You're the man. Love you, brother. So Jeff and JPP, who knows? Maybe you guys can like start doing some like 3D printing hangout stuff together. That'd be pretty sweet. And yeah, it was a kind of an overcast and rainy day up here too. We didn't really get too much along the way of snow. It was a little kind of like sleety, you know. Jerry, thanks for reposting, bud. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope that the audio gets better and everybody enjoys it, because these things aren't bad. But hell, hopefully that little DJI Mini, I've been hearing everybody else using the bigger DJIs, and they've been having a lot of good luck with them. So hopefully this will make the audio better. I do thank you guys for that. We did do the offset and everything, so the Z offset's been set. Let's go back into the slicer. I'm going to re-slice a first layer print, and we're going to test it and see how it does. Do some temp tower and all the other stuff that I keep putting off. It's really all I'm going to do. I'm just going to hang out here and play around with that thing. That thing right there. That. We're going to play with this because I want this thing to be a good machine. So I'm going to play with settings and make this a good machine. And then this machine is going to get put behind me up here somewhere. And I got to go through and clean my office. So if at some point you guys, like, I just zone out and you see me carrying boxes out and organizing, just know that I will. I've got chat over there on that back screen right there. So I can still see the chat over there as well. Kenneth Davis, Merry Christmas to you as well. By the way, Tech Jeeper, Merry Christmas. I don't know if I told you that already or not. Off Axis, Merry Christmas if I didn't tell you already. I know I told Poity Merry Christmas and Mrs. Lee Marie and Mr. Lee Marie, but again, Merry Christmas, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. Like I said, I know that everybody's got family, and for those who don't have family, I'm hoping this gives you something to do, somewhere to hang out, just to kind of rest your head for the day while we, I do dumb shit and we just talk, You want to do a VR video on Ship Island? That'd be cool. You were told if you keep playing with it, you'll go blind. Tech Jeeper. Let's see here. Yesterday, there's the bed level Z disc. Let's pull that back in. Let's slice this bad boy. I'm going to go in, and again, I'm going to turn off the outer brim, or I'm going to set it to auto, because I don't necessarily want to worry about the brim. Skirt will leave. I'm not too worried about the skirt, but I just want to turn the brim off. I don't know that I necessarily need the brim, So let's go ahead and slice this again. I'm just slicing a file in Orca Slicer. I don't think you guys really care to see that part. But let me go ahead and hit print, and we're going to go ahead and upload and print. You should see the screen change here pretty quick. There we go. Kids are older. We had to wake up today, or wake them up today. Yeah. It's amazing how that happens. Like, we did Christmas yesterday morning with the kiddos. So then, like, this morning we just woke up and kids were kind of scattered. So we got some kids back home, and then my boys all went over to their mother's house this morning. My daughter was at her mother's house, and then my bonus babies were kind of scattered. Two of them were home. One of them stayed at my in-laws' house. So my wife went and picked the oldest one, Jaden, up from the in-laws, brought her home. And then the two older girls are with their dad at his family's. And then Lulu, the one you guys always love hearing her stories when she comes out to tell her stories, she went with her dad to his parents' house and was there for a little bit, and then met with us at my sister's house. And then it was my boys and the two younger daughters, the five of us at the house. My daughters are still with their dad's family, and that's perfectly fine. My family, we're pretty scattered. We're pretty large and pretty blended. So everybody kind of goes off and comes back and congregates. The girls will be home at some point. The older two, the second oldest. The oldest one, I think, is going back to my mother-in-law's tonight. So that's the plans with the kids. It's only 5 o'clock and p.m. 5:13 p.m. here because Central Time Zone. But figure stream for a little while tonight and then tuck myself into bed, get up and go to work tomorrow, and then I'm going to work tomorrow and Friday, and then I'll be off for the weekend, and I'm thinking I'm going to take Monday and Tuesday off. We'll see how much work I get done. I have some things to do, But I'm thinking Monday and Tuesday I'm going to take off next week. So I'll actually have a nice longer time off so I can spend more time out here doing some of this with you guys. And depending on how quick DJI sends me that microphone, maybe we'll have better audio before, next week. Doubt it. Not going to get my hopes up, but we'll see what happens. All right. Let me get in here close. Take a peek. I'll try not to squish the mic. Okay, let's see. That layer looks good. That's not looking super terrible. I may have to smush it a little bit more, but it doesn't look terrible. Let's see. All right. Well, it's not looking terrible, guys, and it's a pretty quick print. We'll let it finish and we'll see how it looks. But it's not looking super terrible. So we'll do temp tower next, and then we'll do some of the other built-in calibration tests. Let me see what we got going in chat here. Wife was up at 6:30. Had to tell her to go back to sleep. Our kids are moved out. Tech deeper. Kenneth Davis, Merry Christmas. Just one more layer and I'll go to bed. Generally wanting to open gifts. Nice. Ta-da, take that off. Can I get that little blob off of there? There we go. Work on some pressure advance, because looks like it's going to need a little pressure advance test, so we'll do pressure advance as well. Do the little tower. Temp tower, I'm not really thinking I need to do. 220 is looking pretty good, at least with this stuff. Looks like it's printing pretty good at 220 and 60 on the bed, right? Double check my settings. 220 and 60 on the bed. Yeah, and it's printing pretty good. So I think 220 and 60 will be where I'll stick for right now. I'm not going to worry too much about temp tower, but we'll do like pressure advance and all those other wonderful things that come built in. This one's looking way better than the one I did yesterday. For those of you guys who don't remember, this was the one from yesterday. See, look at that. See how ugly that looked? And then here's the one we just did. You know, little raises up there a little bit, but I think with some more slicer tuning we can fix that. But that looks, here's yesterday's to today's. You know, let's see, let's try and match that up. I think it was maybe this way. So definitely a big improvement just in basic stuff, just doing Z offset. And I did do input shaper on this. I should have showed you guys how I did that, but I guess I did that off while I was watching. So definitely much better, much better. So I will take that. No gifts for us. We just got a new microwave and the Nighthawk Wi-Fi. Yes, yes. Went to bed after 2. Boy was up at 5. Damn, brother. You streamed last night, didn't you, Shenanigans? You were on Twitch last night, weren't you? I'm pretty sure I remember something about you being on Twitch last night. I could be wrong, and you can definitely tell me I'm wrong, because nobody has a problem ever telling me when I'm wrong. But I was pretty sure I got a notification that you were streaming last night. Greetings, programs. How's old curmudgeon today? Hopefully you're old and curmudgeon-y, as Mr. TH3 Tim always used to love to say about you. He used to say you were old and curmudgeon-y. It's a descriptive word that I think is quite entertaining. Curmudgeon-y. Just about, lurking about, yeah. See, I was pretty sure you were streaming last night. I do apologize, brother. I was in bed, so I had some codes to send out. Hopefully, everybody that won some filament last night, the 10 spools we gave away. Hopefully, all 10 of you got your codes in your email. If you didn't, check your email. I did send it. So you should have got your reference code, and then you just need to go to the link provided by Polymaker in there. Go get that. Click on that. Put in your reference code, and then you'll get your code for your filament and free shipping. So, go make that happen. There we go. All right, that's done. Let's go back into Slicer here. Still the best group play. Is WoW still the best group play MMORPG? Don't know. I do not know, good sir. I play WoW still occasionally from time to time. When I got $15 burning a hole in my pocket, I will still play it. I don't play it as often as I used to. I used to play every day, 8 to 10 to 12 to 16 hours a day, way back in the day. Now when I play, I'll get on and play for 2 hours, and then I won't touch it for 2-3 weeks. And it's not very good when you're spending $15 a month to play a game like 3 times a month, So I try not to spend my money on it, Oh, curmudgeon, you didn't get your code. Well, it's because you didn't win. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you didn't win, sir. All right, so there's that little disk. We did that. Let's go to new project. No, we do not wish to. And let's go ahead and transfer that over. Now let's go into calibrate. Should we do a pressure advance first, or should we do a flow rate? Let's do flow rate. Should we do the YOLO recommended? Let's go ahead and the old value is the outer brim, new is auto. Let's go ahead and discard. There we go. There they are. We start at 0.05, negative 0.05, and it ends at 0.05. So let's go ahead and slice this. And let's go ahead and print and upload. And it looks like, kind of looking at that, we probably should have went with the larger number, with the larger gap in there. But we'll try those very fine little point whatevers and see. But I think we're going to waste some plastic, because I think we should have went with the bigger numbers first to get a little farther out so we can look at that top layer surface. And for those of you who don't know, my pinky finger has been bothering me for like 2 days. It's a little puffier than the other one. I don't know what the hell I did, but it's in this knuckle. So if I whine and complain like a little baby, you understand why. My pinky hurts. Looking into starting an MMORPG, but have a group of 4 to 5 peeps all ready to party up. Haven't played MMO since OG EverQuest. Wow. Yeah, it's been a little while, huh? Yeah, I always thought that it'd be fun to play an MMORPG again, but WoW is just too damn expensive, and I can't find a decent free alternative that gives me, some kind of enjoyment like that. So, I just haven't played lately. But again, it's not to say that I wouldn't if I find something. Who knows? I do actually miss, like with new WoW, everything is kind of nerfed and goes so quick. I kind of, anybody who joins now, I feel as though they're cheating, because it's like with 3D printing. You got into 3D printing back in the day with the old machines and having to do all the old paper bed leveling and all that fun stuff. And now the machines just do a lot of that stuff for you. Makes it's cheating. It's too easy. Playing WoW for a week, grinding a quest, and you don't do that so much anymore. Go back over here. You guys don't care what the screen shows. The new Final Fantasy is free until level 80. Well, that'd be pretty interesting. Might have to take a peek. There it goes, laying that three line prime line down, and now it's gonna do its thing. Let's take a peek. Let's see. Sticking pretty good. Well, right, and this prime line is looking way better now. This end still doesn't want to seem to stick when it does it, but It looks like it's definitely better. I think I definitely had a bit of a little bit more I needed to do to it, and I'm glad I did what I did today, because it is printing much better today. So Final Fantasy, I'll have to take a peek at it. See, just not right now. I don't want to get started into a video game when I'm playing with a printer and then I lose track of what I'm doing on the printer. I want to keep myself semi-focused. But I'm looking. It's looking pretty good under there. I'm going to let it do its thing. We'll let these go. We'll check and make sure that, this is good. Once our flow rate is a little bit better, then we'll do a pressure advance test afterwards. We'll do the little tower. I like doing the tower over the lines just because it's a more real world pressure test. Not too many people are just printing a straight line. We're printing some kind of a design. So I do prefer to do the tower method to get a little bit more real world looking print. Again, to each their own, but that's the reason for my madness. Is there a way to try and diagnose the connections to SonicPad, i.e. Clipper controller? I know people have checked Clippy logs, but it's all just garbled gunk to me. JPP, there's no way to easily decipher that. It's look in the log, see what's connecting, not connecting. You got to kind of read through it and know what you're looking for. There's no easy way to diagnose connection issues. Sorry, bud. I mean, once you figure out what you're looking for in there, then it's easier to just kind of scroll down and find the text that you're looking for that explains the problem you're having. It's just, a lot of times just get the log, upload the log to one of the groups that you're in, and hope somebody can decipher it and tell you what's wrong. And just remember, you're probably going to get like 35 people telling you that there's 35 different issues. So be prepared to do a little homework based on what they say. So, but yeah, with the little bit of tweaking and tuning we've done so far, there's not too much that I can say is config file related. So there's not too much config file changes I've made. It's all been mostly just things on the printer. So doing the linear, the running the ADXL on it. Paul Cumber, good to see you, sir. Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. But doing that, and then now, I mean, that was part of it, and then making sure my Z offset was right. So doing the Z calibrate and making sure my Z offset was proper. Paul, it's been an interesting one, man. It's good you're here. You haven't seen you in for quite some time. Talk to you occasionally on the old YouTube or on the old Facebook, but good to see you, man. I hope you are doing well. It's been a lot going on in my life, a lot of good, bad, and indifferent, but I am still here kicking butt like I planned to. How are the filament faithful today? The Reverend, we are doing well, sir. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. But yeah, no, life's been basically throwing me a bunch of curveballs, but I do have to say that I have some amazing friends in this community who support me in all my stupidity. So I am thankful for all of them. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I am thankful for them. And the Christmas gift from Mr. and Mrs. Lee Murray 3D and Poity is greatly appreciated. And when it arrives, it will definitely make an improvement. I feel as though it's going to make a massive improvement. So super pumped for it. Cannot wait. How the wife and kids? The wifey is currently full-bellied and relaxing on the couch watching her Christmas movies. The kiddos are either in the house. The youngest two daughters are in the house playing. The older two daughters are with their dad at his family's. And the boys have we've all gone to Christmas at my sister's today, and now they're all off with their significant others and at home just kind of relaxing. So the kiddos are all doing well. My oldest son is talking to the bank about buying his first home. My youngest son bought a home just this last year. So the boys who are out on their own are doing well. My oldest daughter is on her own. She's living in an apartment with a friend of hers. So the kids are getting big, moving on and doing stuff. It's amazing, man. And raising some good kids. They're making good choices. Cannot complain. Some of them are making better choices than others, but they're my kids. I wouldn't expect them all to not throw a curveball at least once or twice, right? And just spending the day with the missus, JPP. That's awesome. Yes, sometimes you just got to have some, mommy daddy time. Again, for all of you that don't know, I am still working out details, but the missus and I do have plans to go to Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest. More so go to Colorado. It just happens to work out that the timing will be my wife's birthday and Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest fall in the same week. So the wife and I are going to Colorado to Loveland because it was a lovely place. I enjoyed being there. And I thought she would like it. So we're going. And I will be sneaking into Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest to see everyone, hang out with everybody and have some fun, wander around. I don't know that we're going to be there for a long period of time or that I will be there for a long period of time, but I do plan to make an appearance there. Still got to work out the financials, like everything. It's hard to get a sponsor to sponsor a trip, not a event. So don't think I'm going to have any sponsors for that one, but I am going to take my wife and do something nice with her. It's been, we'll be 9 years married here this year in June. So in June it'll be, this year, but this coming year, it'll be our 9 years we've been married. We're going on 11 years together. So, and have known each other for quite some time. Swivel spinning extruder dial looks like it is laying down tons of material. Yeah, it does look like it is pushing a lot of material, but because of that geared extruder, it spins quite a bit to get a small amount. Paul Cumber, yeah, it feels like a long time. It feels like she's my forever girl, though, so I'm never replacing her. She's stuck with me, whether she likes it or not. I love that woman with all my heart. She is the one. No matter how many times we drive each other crazy, she is the one. Like they said, those people who marry for love are doing it the wrong way. You got to marry somebody you want to drive crazy for the rest of your life. If you find that person that you want to drive crazy for the rest of your life, you'll be, happily married. That's what I've been told. And my wife loves to drive me crazy, and we're happy. So I think it's working. I would never drive my wife crazy. I am just awesome. But yes, back to it, Reverend. Yeah, the geared extruder, or the gearing in the extruder does require many turns to move. So yeah, I think if you're anything about Clipper, I believe the rotational distance was a 4 point something. So that's a very low number, which means very high revolutions. Celebrating 15, or you just celebrated 15-year anniversary in September. You met 20 years ago, though. Met online. Yes, JPP, I remember the interesting story you told. No, this is the SVO7, Paul Cumber. This is the Clipper version of the... this was the one they came out with after they came out with the amazing SVO6. They then came out with the SVO7, which was back to V-wheels, and had a lot of people confused because when they had the SVO6 come out, which was the more of a Prusa-inspired printer, you would have thought that would have been the way they were going to keep going with the rods and all that good stuff, but they went backwards with this one to a V-wheel printer. And because it's running Clipper, and I always have such high hopes for Clipper, I was hoping that this was going to be an awesome machine. Several people that did reviews on this did not have the greatest of out-of-box experience, myself included. I actually had to go and purchase this guy right here because I messed up the image because I did what is normally a standard Clipper update, and it broke stuff. So I had to get, since they use MakerBase, I had to get the little MakerBase adapter. This has an SD card and an eMMC plug for you to plug in the eMMC drive. So yeah. Our Lolzot Taz Sidekick. Paul, I do not know. I've never gotten my hands on one. I do have a Lolzbot Mini hiding back there. That Lolzbot Mini is an old guy that's still running the old 4988s, no screen. Got to have it connected to a PC or a Raspberry Pi running Octoprint in order for it to, be any good. You just got one? Nice. Like I say, I don't know anything about it personally. I cannot personally say anything. I know some people have had good luck, bad luck. I hope you're one of those guys that gets good luck with it. So, I have been, I'm always down to try new things, and if one ever comes across the table here, we'll definitely do something with it. For those who don't know, I'm going to jump back to here now. You guys can see the printer in the background, but I'm going to come back to here so you guys aren't looking at me down in a little square. So for those who didn't hear, I went last weekend, I went up and visited 3D Printing Santa, aka Jim from the Edutech. And while I was up there, he sent me home with some printers. I was expecting to come home with, he said, come on up and visit. I got some printers for you. I said, okay. He said a couple of Ender 5s, which the Ender 5s are out in the garage because I have no room. I'm out of room in here. But he said I got a couple Ender 5s and like an old TiVo Tornado or whatever, those green ones. But he's like, I got a couple of printers, I'll send you home with. So I was figuring 3, maybe 4 printers. And when I got there, he said, how much room do you got? And I said, well, it's just me, and I've got an entire, Ford Explorer. So he's like, all right, we'll load it up. And I came home with 9 printers. You guys know me, things that are given to me for free, I do not sell, even though he did say they're yours, do whatever the hell you want with them. I don't care if you give them away, sell them, whatever the case is. You like the gray hair? Oh, well, the hair's not really all that gray. There's some gray in here, though. But he did tell me, I can sell them, give them away, keep them, do whatever I want with them. They're for me. I said, well, Jim, I've been doing the 3D printing rehab project. I take old printers, rebuild them, and just give them away to people. He said, that's awesome. Keep doing that. And I said, I'm going to. I said, I'm going to keep the printers that I want to keep for me for now. And as time goes, I'll end up giving them away anyway. And he said, hey, sounds like a plan. Enjoy. So I want this one. I've wanted this one. So I'm going to keep this one. There was another printer that he gave me that I wanted, and I wanted to keep, but I gave it away already. Like, I got home with it, I plugged it in, I turned it on. You guys saw it. It was the Ender 2 Pro. I wanted to keep it. It was a cute little printer that I wanted to play around with and do stuff with. I wanted to keep it, but the guy that works at the gas station that I've been seeing every day for many, many years, I was like, that would be a great little starter printer to get him going. So on my way to work on Monday, I gave him the Ender 2 Pro, 3 rolls of the Polymaker sponsored Polymaker filament. So remember, buy Polymaker and tell them I sent you, because I don't have an affiliate code, so I get no kickbacks for it, but you can go tell them that. And since I just gave away 10 rolls of filament yesterday, I'm not going to do any giveaway tonight on this stream, because I think they might get mad at me for giving away a bunch of filament. However, I think it'd be kind of cool if Polymaker's lurking in the background and they're like, give away more, then I will. So, but till they do, we're not going to give away filament tonight. I'm sorry. If you're here, you're just here to hang out. I have no giveaways planned because no companies have jumped into chat to say give away something on us. So we're not giving nothing away. Sorry. But I did give the Ender 2 Pro to the gentleman at the gas station. He's the manager there, and he's been wanting to get into 3D printing. He's always heard the stories I tell about the 3D printers and sees the cool stuff I make, and he wanted to get into it, and I figured what better way than to give him that little guy. So he's got that. He's enjoying it now, I guess. I haven't talked to him since I gave it to him, but I did tell him if he's got problems, YouTube is always your friend. Hop on there and take a look, see what you can find. If you need help, I come in every morning, let me know. So, but yeah, so the Ender 2 Pro, which I wanted to keep and enjoy, is now gone. Dang it. Should have held out a little bit and had some time with that thing, but it's okay. I took the Ender 3 Max that he gave me to work. So that's my work printer. It's there. I'm going to play around with it, do some stuff with it. Probably going to clipperize it and stuff. So, but for right now, it's just sitting at work. I've been there in a couple of days because holiday. But so yeah, I got that at work as my work machine. Maybe once I get this thing dialed in and it's printing nicely, I'll take the SV07 to work. But I think I want to keep this in the background just so that, you know, people can see one actually working, since a lot of people who got them were not impressed and let it go. I'm hoping I can make it a good machine, and then, you know, profiles like slicer profiles and all that fun stuff I can share with people, and they can, you know, get some good use out of the machine if it's just collecting dust because it wasn't properly configured right out the gate like it should have been. Yeah. JPP says I'm going to be setting up the Mosaic Palette 3 soon on a live stream too, if you get to play with the Palette 2. Yeah, I have the Palette 2. He did send me home with a Palette 2S. So at some point, I think it'd be kind of cool to hook that up to something and play around with it. It is, again, not the new hotness. It is an old palette. The Palette 2 and Palette 3 have kind of gone by the wayside a little bit thanks to machines like Bamboo and everybody coming out with their CFSs. Pretty sure that fan blowing is probably causing some wind noise, so apologies there. But I do have the old Palette 2, and I figured if nothing else, I could take the Palette 2 and use that to splice together some partial rolls and make them into you know, large mystery rolls, or take samples and turn them into you know, just like kind of a large random roll. I had a random opportunity to do a Christmas miracle over on the channel. Well, JPP, I'll have to go check it out as well. You don't have to worry about just those two. I'm interested too. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'll go check it out. But he also sent me home with a diode laser too that's in the box still unopened. So we're going to take the diode laser out, and we'll build that on stream one night, and we'll see if it's any good. It was sent to him. It was brand new in box. So we'll take that out and play around with it too. But the whole goal tonight is just to hang out and chat with you guys and kind of mess around with the SV07. One thing you're planning to try out with the palette is to make some of our multicolored transition filament. Yeah, that's kind of my plan. I don't have the Palette 3 with the 8 colors. It's not the Palette 3 Pro. He kept that one. But it is a Palette 2S. So I'm going to take the Palette 2S and we'll fire that thing up, and if nothing else, make some of our own spools with it, you know. I'll have to set up a spool, and that way I can kind of roll the filament back, you know. TPU patches. Nice. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I do want to play around with it and see if I can kind of get the palette to talk pretty good and work pretty good, and see what kind of results I can get off of the palette with it. Palette is heavy. I didn't realize how heavy that thing was until I took it out of the box the other day on stream and showed you guys. It's pretty heavy. I gotta make sure. I did get a Christmas box from LDO. Had a card in there from Jason and LDO crew. That was cool. It's sitting right here, so I'll show you guys. I got one of the G clocks, the LDO branded G clock. I got one of those. It's in the house. The wife and kids kind of stole it from me. And then I got an Orbiter V2, and I got the filament sensor for it. So that's pretty cool. We'll put that on something. And then, of course, you know, the wrapping paper. I put it back in the box along with the plastic and the bow, you know. Well, you're off? All right. You have a Merry Christmas, good sir. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing and Merry Christmas. But let's put this back in here now. I'm actually going to put this box off to the side. But yeah, so at some point we'll have a Orbiter B2 to put on something along with the filament runout sensor. I'm not going to give this one away because I have a bad habit. Every time I get one, Jason sent me one. A couple other people have sent them to me, and I always give them away to other people. I'm not doing that this time. I'm keeping this one. This was my Christmas gift. I'm keeping this one. I'm going to put these two together, and we're going to put this on a printer. I don't know which one yet, but we're going to put it on something because I do want to test out the runout sensor. The filament sensor with the little button presses and all that fun stuff. I want to see how this thing actually works, you know? So, but yeah, so at some point we'll put this guy on something and we'll test it out. Let's put it back in the box now in a way that it won't potentially hurt itself. That fan, can you guys hear that thing revving up and dying down and revving up and dying down? You guys hear that thing? That fan on there is loud. It's definitely making sure the part is cool, though. There's definitely not going to be an issue with cooling from the backside. I do know that you can disable that fan, too, so you know, we'll have to kind of print around with it and see. Steve Builds, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, sir. Hey, the SV07, the Clipper Eye Soul monstrosity that they sent out into the world that was not doing very well, and a lot of reviewers didn't have good things to say about it, seems to be doing okay. We're just doing slicer tweaks. We haven't done any config file changes. We're doing the YOLO for the flow rate right now, the YOLO settings in OrcaSlicer and the calibration. We're doing that one. So I'm just kind of letting it run and going to see what kind of final layers we get. By the way, Steve, when you were here, first off, thank you for coming and visiting on Christmas. That is nice of you to take time away from the family, or I hope you're not taking time away. I hope you just happen to have a lull in time and you want to come spend it with me. But if you did take time away from the family, I appreciate that. Don't know why you would. I'm just an idiot with a webcam, and now thanks to, you know, Lee Marie 3D and Poity, I'll have better audio as soon as the microphone gets here. So again, that's pretty awesome. But I don't know if you saw the mess behind me here yesterday when you popped in. Clear day today, making Christmas activities this weekend. Nice. David B, good to see you. Hope you're doing well and Merry Christmas. But yeah, so I'm just, you know, the idiot with the microphone and the webcam, just hanging out in his office today. I had not a lot going on. Figured I would, instead of sitting here watching YouTube, I would stream to YouTube and give people somewhere to come and hang out. We just chat. I'm going to play with this and chat with you guys. There's no real plan. I gave away 10 rolls of filament thanks to Polymaker yesterday. And now today, I'm just here. And yes, I know I should have this webcam over here so that when I'm reading chat, it looks like I'm looking at you guys. But, you know, I have it over there because if I put it over here, then you see this wall, which is a mess too. But at least this way you see printers and everything. And I could move my chat software so it's over here. But then I could talk like this and read chat. Could do that. I'm not looking that way, so I could pull that screen back over here. And then I can see the chat that way too. Since I'm not over there right now, let me do that. Let's grab this and pull it back over here. There we go. Now I can read chat and see you guys, and it looks a little nicer now. Oh, I guess I had my conversion rate incorrect. Earlier, off-axis up in Canada sent me $1.49, and apparently the conversion rate is $1.49 is $1.16 US. So, off-axis, thank you for that, good sir. Greatly appreciated, my man. Also, Steve, I don't know if you were here when I said thank you to you, but thank you again yesterday for gifting the memberships. That was greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps, and schmucks like me enjoy. No, off axis, brother. You know, you don't ever have to send me nothing, man. You don't ever have to send me nothing. You planning on coming to Rocky Mountain? Are you asking me or are you asking Steve? Because I'm quite certain Steve will be there. And as for me, I guess for to answer your question, David, my answer is I'm going to be in Colorado in Loveland around the same time as Rocky Mountain. I do plan to pop into the event and hang out and see everyone. But my primary goal is not going to be Rocky Mountain while I'm there, but I do want to hang out with everybody. The long story shortened up is my wife and I have been together for going on 9 years married, 11 years together, and we've never had a honeymoon. Her birthday falls the same week as Rocky Mountain this year, or this coming year. So I'm going to take my wife to Loveland. We're going to celebrate her birthday out there. We have a hotel already booked. She's still looking at Airbnbs to try and see if she can find something for about the same price we're paying per night for a hotel, and then we'll have our own place instead. But that being said, we are going out there for the two of us just to kind of go relax away from the kids and everything and be in a place that's beautiful, because Loveland's a wonderful place. The mountains look amazing. And I would like to touch the Rocky Mountains for the first time with my wife, because last year when I went, I did not. So the plan is to go out there with my wife and kind of see things, do some sightseeing, enjoy ourselves, and then Saturday and Sunday during Rocky Mountain, I plan to, if the missus is comfortable, she can come with me, and if not, I will plan to kind of venture around the event until she tells me to come back, or till she tells me she's tired, and then we're going to shake hands, kiss babies, and go do something that Mama wants to do. So I will be wandering the event. I do not know for how long, but if you're going to be there, I do hope to see you. Find this ugly mug in the crowd and come say hi. I'll probably be venturing around and getting pictures with all of my friends so that I can post them out there and have a nice little photo dump of everybody I saw. And anybody who sees me that wants a picture, I don't know why you would, first off, but if you do, thank you. Yes, I'll stop and take pictures with anyone. But again, I'm just an idiot with a really small YouTube channel and not a big following, and I enjoy doing what I do, and I enjoy you for coming and hanging out. Yes. But yes, David, long story. But the answer is yes, I plan to be there, just not for Rocky Mountain alone. Gonna have a booth there this year. Way more magic than I saw at Murph. Yeah, because you only had the one kit, man. You only had the one kit, and it is a good idea to have yourself a magician. That was pretty sweet, having him show off the kit. That was pretty sweet. I guess since some of you guys are kind of wondering, at Rocky Mountain last year, David was there with his family, and I brought the Flash Forge Adventure 3, right? I think it was the Adventure 3. Wasn't that what it was? Or it was a Flash Forge something 3. It was the IDEX big heavy monstrosity that they came out with. I brought that there and I put it up on the swap meet table, hoping to get a couple $100 out of it to recoup some of my travel expenses. Well, that didn't work out. And I talked to David for a while. We had some fun chatting back and forth. I walked him over to the table and I said, here's the deal. If it's still sitting here tomorrow and you want it, just make me an offer and it's yours. The next day came. It was still sitting there. Nobody had come to show interest in it. I grabbed it. His kiddos were manning the table for him. I said, hey, where's your dad? They said he was out wandering around. I said, well, when he comes back, tell him to come over and see me. Because at that point, I was like, look, here's the deal. I'm like, give me what's in your pocket. Shake my hand. Either way, you get this printer. And he, reached in his pocket, pulled out some cash. I'm like, dude, put it back in your pocket. Just shake my hand. So he shook my hand. I said, now as payment, you got to carry this thing to your table. And it's heavy. And he poofed that thing up. He carried it over to his table and he left with it. And it's been, awesome for him since. And I'm glad he's got it. I'm glad he's been able to use it. I'm glad he's enjoying it. It was a nice printer when I got it. I had to do some work on it, but it wasn't anything too crazy. It was just a loose cable on the right tool head. The cable had shifted loose, so I just reseated the cable, then went through and realigned everything, and bam, up and running. And it was a good little printer. It was kind of fun to have a IDEX printer. I do miss having IDEX. So maybe one day we'll build an IDEX again or do something like that, Full-fledged magician now. Sweet. So is your daughter. I remember your daughter was doing some of the stuff with the kit at Murph too. So that was pretty awesome. More magic to add to the kit. Yeah. So again, though, David is currently designing his own 3D printable props and then selling the kits. So, David, I think you can post a link. If you want to post a link, man, post one so everybody can check it out. If you got a link to that, I know you got a link to it somewhere. Grab your link and post it in the chat there. If it doesn't show up, I'll grab it and put it in there for you. But yeah, you should be able to. Oh, I'm pretty sure he will, JPP. I'm pretty sure he will. Anything to help promote, man. We are all self-promoting whores. Pardon my mouth, but we are, man. We all love to promote ourselves. Back over with the VR camera last year. Yeah, well, JPP, you'll be ready for this year, or this coming year, man. You got this. I'm just excited that I'm going in a more casual in a more casual setting this year, going to one of these events, because I need to just be able to go and enjoy myself working the events. And then Justin's great, and he asked me to, he said that they would sponsor my trip out if I was going to be there to help them like work the event for them. But this coming year, I need to just go and have fun at an event and be able to kind of come and go as I need to. So I'm very, very happy that, my wife is wanting to go to Colorado, to Loveland. She heard what I had to say. She loved what she saw when I would video chat her and the pictures that I showed her. She loved it out there too and wants to go see it. So I want to get her out there. I want her to see it. I want to experience more of the area with her. And it's going to be nice that I'll still be able to make time to come see all my friends and hang out, check out David's table, get some pictures with him, because he is an awesome guy. Way more appreciative of what I gave him than I think he should be, because I gave him a big monster printer that's just this big, heavy, awkward thing. And he's very grateful for it. I'm not used to someone being that excited. So, David, I'm sorry if I always seem awkward when we talk, because you're very like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm very like, okay. So I do want people to understand I am awkward in person. If you met me, which most of you have, I'm still the same guy. I am still this, but I'm still kind of awkward in person. There'll be times where we'll be talking and I'll just shut up and sit there. And it's just how I am. I'm an awkward guy, as most of us are. Yeah, Steve, I really do. I really would love to just kind of like hang out and just like have a meal with you, man, one day, and just talk about general everyday shit, not just like 3D printing related stuff. Because you seem like every time I see you, you're always so focused on like what's going on at an event, and I would love to just sit down and talk with you, man. Not 3D printing related, not Voron related, not Clipper related, just life in general, man. I'm sure you've got a lot more knowledge up in that head and a lot more useful information than just 3D printing related stuff. And it would be fun to hang out with you one day, just to like have lunch, cup of coffee, whatever, and just talk. Speaking of talking, here's the missus. So I forewarning, she's probably gonna say something. Hold on, let me answer. Hi baby, I'm streaming, so just letting you know.
Hello. What?
I said, just letting you know I'm currently streaming, so you are on speaker and the chat can hear you. So what's up? Yeah, the Explorer still has gas in it, so take that.
I'm gonna take it. I want to know if I can sign Jacqueline J. Knows my mom's Jen for the night and Trailblazer, so you need the Explorer, right?
I need the Explorer, yes.
Okay.
They can take the Trailblazer out to your mom's. They're just going out to your mom's and then coming home, right? That's it? They're not going to be... Yeah, but I'm just saying they're not going to be out driving around in it, because I can get that wheel bearing replaced. Okay. I was just making sure because, like I said, I got to replace that wheel bearing still too. It's been acting kind of funny. You said I haven't drove it to find out.
What?
Bob says that he's taking your side. So whatever you say, he agrees with you.
Never mind. The gas light's been on. The answers I can't. I'll call you.
Okay, I love you. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Apparently the gas light's on in the Trailblazer. Sorry, wifey. Sorry, kiddos. All right. Well, there we go. Yeah. Going into the negative numbers looks better than the positives, but I'm looking at this and I'm trying to make a decision. I could be wrong. You guys, I'm going to hold this up to the screen. I hope you guys can see the differences. Now, it looks pretty much the same. They all look pretty much the same to you guys there. Let me switch to this camera. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's see what this looks like. Let me set it down, and let me point it down. Lift up, point down, refocus. Where's that silly button for focus? Let me get in closer. Let me get in closer. Okay. Let's refocus again. There we go. That doesn't look too terrible. All right. What do you guys think? Pull up alongside my car and popped out when we met, or when we meet. Yeah, it's always my job to fill it with gas there, Bob. You just pulled up alongside my car and popped out when we... Yeah. Hold on a second here. Hey, Bob. Had to reach out on Discord. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas. Yes. Hope everyone is having a Merry Christmas. Okay. So I'm trying to look at these and see if there's anything I can see that makes me believe that I really need to change anything. And when I'm looking at these, they always say the important part is always like inside the center here. The edge doesn't so much matter. It's making sure the centers look good, but all of the centers look good. Like none of them look like there's really any issue that going from a negative 0.05 to a positive 0.05 is making any changes from zero itself. So I think there's really not much I got to change there when it comes to flow rate, unless anybody is seeing something different that I am not seeing. I know around the edge, you can kind of see a little bit more like around these, and then you get down here and it's, you know, maybe not so much, but you can definitely see like in these, like right up here in zero, it's much smoother through the center. Like you get over here, you can kind of see it's starting to kind of separate a little bit more. Right up here, it's separating a little bit more. There we go. You can kind of see where the lines start to separate a little bit more through that center. But then you get down into, like, again, get down into that 1 and into that 0. Zero's looking pretty, touching pretty good, looking pretty close. -2 looks the best from here. So you're saying this guy, right? I'm trying to get my hand to block the light out so you guys aren't, but like the -2 right there on the end versus the -1 versus the 0. So you're thinking the -2 there, JPP? I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Kind of asking more so than anything, because me personally, I would probably just leave it at the 0. I wouldn't change anything. But if you guys think that, you know, -2, JPP is thinking -2 is looking better. So JPP is thinking -2 over -1, and it's very small increments. You know what I'm saying? Like we're only doing 0.01 increments from -5 to +5. Whoops. Let me bring this back into frame. Hello, Sync. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope all is going well. But again, so from +5 up here to -5 down here, we're only going 1.01 increments all the way through. So it's not a very large change. So -2 looks completely even, but yeah, it's only a tiny difference between them. Yeah, so if you guys think that -2 is looking the best, please let me know if you agree. Like I said, when you look at -2, my thing is when I'm looking at these, I'm seeing the smoothing through here. You can see where it's much smoother through the 0. And then you go to like -1, you can see the smoothing starts to form a little more. And then in the -2, it is looking a little bit, but it's not as smooth as when I run my finger across. It's not as smooth a layer as it is across 0. And then when you get into like +0.1, it's even smoother through that center area. The outside edge, like I said, we know the outside edge is geared more towards pressure advance, and this is more like straight line flow rate. So this will get dialed in when we do the pressure advance. This should get a little bit better around the edge. Me personally, looking at it in person and actually able to run my finger across it, like the 0.02 or 0.01 or even the 0, even 0 doesn't feel as good as like 0.1 or 0.2. -5 looks good to you, Low Sync. Let's see here. Because like I said, when I run the finger across it, you can still kind of feel the layers. I mean, it's smooth, and the edges are a lot less. Whoops, we dropped the little droplet in there. I'm trying to get my hand in a way that can block out most of that light, so it's hopefully a little easier for you guys to see the pattern. You know what I'm saying? Leave it for now. Move on to pressure testing. Yeah, sounds like a plan, Low Sync. That's what I'm thinking. I think for right now, guys, I'll save this print so we'll know what these look like. We'll run pressure advance, and then we'll rerun this with pressure after pressure advance is done. We'll rerun this, and we'll compare the first one to the second one and see how they look. So let me go ahead and take this off the build plate now. There it is. Let's give it a quick IPA wipe down once I figure out where the heck I put my IP, because I just ran my nasty oily fingers all over it. Pro tip, run your fingers across it with the finger upside down using the nail instead. Pro tip, huh? I'm not a pro. I'm a pro-am, buddy. I'm a pro-am. Or am I an am pro? Amateur professional or professional amateur? I think I'm a professional amateur. That's what I am. Or am I an an amateur? Merry Christmas, Talentin. How are you? How is Shannon? Okay, let's put that back. Let's adjust. Let's move in a little bit more. We can move in more. Tip this down a little bit. I know it's annoying when I move the camera. I know it kind of irritates you guys. I do apologize, but I don't have like a cool tracking camera that I can like automatically move in. I got to do it the manual way. All right, let's go back into the slicer settings and let's start a new project and do that. Let me get Orca back up here. Let me jump back over here. There we go. All right, let's go to File, New Project. Do we wish to save the current project? No. And we're going to discard all that stuff for now because we're going to start a new one. Pressure Advance. This is a direct drive, so we can do the smaller one. We're going to do the tower because, again, like I said, I like the tower. In my personal opinion, the tower is more of a real-world print versus the lines or the pattern. So we're going to start with the tower, and we're going to hit OK. There's our tower. Let's go ahead and slice it. There we go. And we'll hit print and send it off. It says 16 minutes, 21 seconds to print this. So should go pretty quick, and hopefully we'll have a decent result out of that. Now we'll go back here. so you guys can kind of watch the tower come to be. I'm going to move this down a little bit. There we go. We'll move that down just a skosh. However, it does look a little crooked, even though it wasn't. But there we go. Now it looks a little straighter. There you go. But yes, Merry Christmas. Let's see. Run the nail across it, you say. Asshole's about to die. That's the name of the mic. I'm not calling anyone particular. There we go. Hopefully that's not throwing feedback into the microphone. If it is, I plugged it in while I'm using it. If you guys are getting feedback, let me know. If you're hearing like some weird noise in the microphone now, feedback, all right. Hold on. We're using the other microphone now, so hopefully DanBot 2.0. Haha. Well, there. I'm going to put the other microphone up high again. This poor finger. I do apologize, guys, but the pinky is just killing me right now. I don't know what the heck I did the other day, but it's not even like it's super puffy, but I must have done something because this knuckle, the first knuckle, second knuckle, whatever you call it, the middle knuckle is sore. Sounds like talk box almost. All right. Or sounded like, okay. Well. Yep, I am hoping this little bed slinger turns into a decent little printer. Because it is one of the ones that was on my I Want You list for quite some time. So, I'm hoping that it turns out to be a decent little printer when all is said and done. The fact that it makes a little Hershey's Kiss on the edge of the bed and then does a prime line of 3 layers, like 3 lines, I'm probably going to play with that in the for the prime line settings in the clipper config. That way it's not doing both of those things. Because I don't really need it to blow a little Hershey's Kiss over here. Like, I don't need this little Hershey's Kiss right there. And then the 3 lines that it does are not like most printers do where they only scoot over a portion and then go again. Like, they're actually separated just a bit. So it draws a line, comes across, does another line, and then goes back. Turned out to... Wait, hold on. Local lady here that got bit by a snake, picked it up, firewood. Cold. Did not realize the snake was in there. Ended up being a copperhead. Yeah, no, I got no snakes like that up this way, man. We're good. I'm up here in Illinois where it's cold. There ain't no copperheads. There's no, like, little punctures or anything like that in there. So, I think I don't know, bent my hand wrong or did something silly or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. It was fine, and then it started hurting, so... Can I get you guys in there closer? Let's see if I can get you guys in closer to the actual print itself. Turn the LED off, because like I said, the LED is nice, but it sticks out so damn far and it just reflects off the bed so badly. LED off. See if that helps any. There you go. You guys can see it a little bit better now. All right. Well, the tower is a printing. Copy that, Bob. Okay. Got you where I can see your messages. There we go. Talking to JPP. I see. Well, it's printing pretty good. Looks pretty good. We'll let it finish, and then I'll just kind of measure up and see how it is. That Purple Silk PLA, that is Periwinkle from Polymaker. So it is a Polymaker PLA. It is the Periwinkle, or Periwinkle. I think it's actually listed as Periwinkle now, but it used to be Periwinkle. It is a semi-silk. I guess you could say it is a silk or a semi-silk filament. It's a cool color. It's one of the, I won a free roll of Polymaker before I started giving away Polymaker, so yeah. Gonna have to grab some? Yes, you will, JPP. You'll have to grab some. It's a cool color. I do like it, and it helps. It helps show love for Pez. Miss Pez Liz. Of all the Liz's, she is the Peziest. Haha. But yeah, we'll get this one done. We'll check our pressure advance and see how that's looking. And then if pressure advance looks pretty good, great. If not, we'll make some tweaks in the slicer to adjust for pressure advance. I don't know in the config file if they actually have pressure advance in there. Whoops, clicked on the wrong file. Let's go take a look in there. Let's tell it to show all the files. And then let's tell it to hide backups. There we go. Now we don't have all the backup files in it. Let's go take a look and see if pressure advance is in the config file. I'm looking to see if they have it in there. Resonance tuning, there's that. Printer, print start. There's print start. We can adjust the prime line in there, I do believe. Let's see. Surface, move the start position, start line position. Draw line 1, move a little to the side. Yeah, because it moves over the Z, or it moves over on X 0.4 to Y 100, then moves the Z to 0.3. So it goes from Y20, X.1 to Y20, then it goes to X.1 to Y100, then it goes to X.4 to Y100, then and it moves from X.4 to X20. So we can change that where it moves 0.1 to 0.4, that's more than a layer, so it does not stay connected in the line. So we could move that to 0.2, 0.3, probably 0.3, move it in just that little bit, and then the layers should touch. And I'll take that little bit of gap out of there. But I'm not going to do that for right now. What I'm looking for, though, is to see if there is any pressure advanced settings in here. Pressure advance 0.2, and then pressure advance smooth time is 0.035. So there is some stuff in there we could ultimately change in the actual config file. But we'll take a peek. Right now, I might just, depending on how it goes and the way it's looking, whoops, sorry guys. The way it's looking is not looking terrible as it goes. So if I don't have to change anything, I'm not going to. You know what I mean? I think that just the little bit of stuff that I've done, recalibrating Z and doing input shaping, has pretty much fixed a lot of the issues I was having. So if that's really all it was, then that's stuff they should have done from the factory, you know, but they can't because they don't know how it's going to be. So it's definitely something when you set it up, you're going to want to hit. Put a little more emphasis on that, though, to people when they open this thing up and unbox it. But I'll probably adjust that prime line and maybe take out that part about the Hershey's Kiss. Either that or make a note of it and say, this is the Hershey's Kiss. Start print. All right, JPP, have fun, brother. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing, Merry Christmas, and all those wonderful things. Yeah, there's really nothing in the config file that I want to mess with right out the gate. We're 45% through the print. I should probably take this camera down here, the one that shows all the stuff way up here. This one. Should probably take this one and get rid of that and put the right screen up there. But, you know, I do need to tell it to quit doing time lapses so it quits airing since there's no camera to take a time lapse with. So who all's still here? If everybody would just let me know in chat who all's still here, just so I know who I'm still talking to. Just to I'm here or whatever, just to let me know. I know a lot of you guys are probably working on other projects and I'm just background noise, so I do thank you for that as well. You don't necessarily have to rush over and tell me you're still here. Poity's here. Thank you, Poity. Cones. Hey, Cones. How you doing? Good to see you. Al Jolly is still here. Stephen Machado, you're here. Test Square. Too many corners. Yeah, it's more house-like than it is test, but you know. Yeah, no, we're just doing the pressure advance now, just to test it out, see how it's doing. This is the default calibration. It's good to see you, Steve. Hope you're doing well, man. Cones, I hope you're doing well. Pointy and Al, thank you again. It's good to know you guys are here hanging out with me while I'm just doing silly things. Let's go back here. You can see it back there doing its thing. But yeah, we're 54% now. It moves pretty fast on this one because it's just 3 rings and it moves up. Moved up. 1, 2. Oh, it only does 2. Okay, so it's 2 walls and then it moves up. Cones, you're learning on your SVO3. Oh, learning for your SVO3. Yeah. The SVO3 and the SVO7 are both V-wheel machines, right? Kenneth is still here. Good, Kenneth. Thank you. Yeah, I believe the SVO3 is a... And you're clipperizing that, right, Cones? Aren't you putting clipper on that one? I'm not going to lie. I would love an SVO8, but unless I get one for nothing, it's not coming this way anytime soon. So... Yep, off axis is still here. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so Cones, the default clipper, like the setting up clipper is pretty straightforward. I'm sure you probably already got that part done, right? You're still, how far did you get? I guess let's start there. Chris Travis, good to see you. Merry Christmas. Bought yourself the Cobra 3 combo for Christmas. Yes, I believe you told me that once before, did you not? Because I know that I believe this is not your first time here. I believe you've been here before, and you told you mentioned you got the combo 3 or the Cobra 3 combo. I believe you mentioned that. I know there's a lot of people getting one, so I could be confused. It could have been somebody else who mentioned that they got a Cobra 3, but I was pretty sure it was you. Could be wrong. Don't be afraid to tell me I'm wrong. Everybody in chat does all the time, including my wife, who tells me I'm wrong every day, several times a day. If anybody's feeling giving, again, the links are down below for the Linktree, where my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo are. If you're feeling giving, feel free to give. I won't say no. Well, actually, let me put some gas in the car and get the wife off my butt. I'm looking through everything. Oh, Paul told me Merry Christmas and then came to the chat and told me Merry Christmas as well. What all is going on? Let's see here. Got a random, friend request from definitely a solicitor of some kind on Facebook. Definitely not adding you. Looking through everything. Sorry, guys. Just making sure I'm caught up on everything. Let's go ahead and close all that out. There we go. All right. Sorry, I was just making sure all my stuff was up, done. That's their job? Yes. Yes, it is. You have Clipper installed, but can't get the lines out of your prints. Looks like a screen door. All right. Well, I personally prefer using Orca Slicer anymore because of the calibration tools that are built in. Always a good place to look. Adjust your Z offset. You're probably printing a little high. So definitely a good place to start is making sure your Z offset is squishing just enough that you're not getting the lines layers too high, and they're not smushing enough to connect. So check your Z offset. I could do the asshole thing and say, did you level your bed? But I'm assuming you probably already did that. Built over Bob. I'm wrong about everything, man. That's the joys of being me. I'm wrong about everything. At least 100 times. Yes. So double check your Z offset. Make sure you got good squish on that first layer. After you do that, you'll definitely want to do probably something like the pressure advance and the flow rate tests that are in the calibration section in Orca Slicer. Those will help you to make sure that, one, your flow rate is correct. Two, to make sure that pressure advance is not either too much or too little. So run your pressure advance as well. So I would definitely run those tests. I don't know if you were watching when I was doing that on here, and I don't remember if I had it up on screen, but pretty straightforward stuff, man. And the nice part is when you're done, you can do a Google search and it'll take you over to the Orca Slicer how-tos where it tells you what you're looking for, and then how to do the proper math to adjust Orca Slicer to that. You can take those numbers and plug them into the printer config and adjust your printer config instead, so you don't have to enable it in Orca Slicer. Nice part about Clipper. You can take your new numbers, just put them right in the printer config. But some people would prefer to have those things adjusted in the slicer because depending on the material you're using, you don't necessarily want to hard code like a pressure advance or a flow rate because your material may respond differently. So you'll want to save those things in the slicer settings instead, so that depending on which material you use, those settings will follow for that material rather than having to go into the config and make those changes every time. So flow rate, pressure advance, things that I would leave as a slicer setting versus making it a permanent config change in your profile itself. Or your config, sorry, in your printer config itself. So that's my recommendation. Other people may have other recommendations for you. Completely up to you which way you go and what you do, but things, again, like I said, like flow rate and pressure advance tend to change from material to material. So I think it's just easier to make those changes in your profiles and then save those profiles in your slicer than it is to go the other way. Biggest problem you think is the printer config. Could not find one already for the SVO3. So rotation distance is the hardest one for me. There is a website. There are many different rotational distance calculators. There's one that's like, I think it's DE-uplink. Give me a second to Google it. I use that one, and that works for all of your axes, not just your extruder. What it'll be is let's see here. Hold on. Rotation distance calculator, service-uplink.de. Let me copy this real quick here. Copy link address. Paste this into chat. There you go. Oh, somebody's coming and knocking. Yes, dear. Okay. All right. Let me jump over to the right screen. That print just finished. We'll look at it in a second. But here is the website. It's a very basic little calculator. What you're going to have is you're going to type in your previous rotation distance. So that's what's in your config file currently. That'll be the rotation distance for whatever axis you're checking. Then your actual extruded distance is going to be how far that axis moved. So X, Y, Z, how far they moved, or in the case of your filament, how much filament was actually pushed out. And then requested extruded distance is going to be the distance you told it to go. So say I told it to move 100, and it only moved 96, and my rotation distance was, we'll say, 40. I'll put in rotation distance was set to 40 according to the firmware or to the config file. It moved 96 and I requested 100. And then I hit calculate, and then you scroll down here and it tells you your new rotation distance is going to be 38.4. The reason I said for all axes is because if you tell your X to move 50 and it moves 48, obviously that's bad. You want that to be moving 50. So you would put that in as your, whatever your rotation distance is currently set in the config for that axis, and then what it actually moved and how far you told it to move. Hit calculate, it'll give you a new rotation distance. And this is a good way to help dial in all your axes, including the extruder. It's just for whatever reason it says extruded distance. You can use this for all of those different axes, not just the extruder. So keep that in mind. So there you go. Hopefully that'll help you out, Cones. That way you can make sure that X, Y, and Z all move the proper amount. And just know that because they're the same motor and everything is set up the same on each axis, does not mean that they're all going to end up with the same number. So don't think that they will. So what about the off axis? It's hard to calculate the off axis. I hate to say it, but the off axis is the hardest one to calculate. You'll never know. Off axis is just going to do what it wants to do. Sorry, man. I had to play into it a little bit, but love you, Marcel. Love you, man. All right. Let me pull this thing over. It actually looks really gosh darn good all the way up. Holy dadgummit. I don't see anything that needs changing. Look at that. Like, I'm going to leave it alone. I got to get the light to hit it just right so you can see on that tip. Look at that. There's no crazy bulging. It's just a straight shadow all the way up. Doesn't look crazy. No holes in it. I'm not touching nothing, guys. I'm gonna let it ride the way it is. All in all together, it is gonna ride. I am not seeing anything that needs to be messed with. All right. I want to throw a print at it. I want to throw a print at this thing. I'm going to print that part that JPP sent me yesterday that I can put this little USB adapter for the eMMC from MakerBase. I want to find that file again, and I'm going to print it. It's 2 parts. We're going to print it on this printer and then see if it'll actually fit in there, because I want that part. So right now, with everything we've done, which wasn't much, I reflashed the image to it because I messed it up. After I reflashed the image, we were having problems, but I did a little bit of, I set my temps and everything. Like I said, 220 is what I've been printing pretty much everything at when it comes to these higher speed printers for PLA. So I set it to 220 and 60 on the build plate because I run 220 and 60 on PLA on most all my machines. So I set it to that. And then after that, it was just doing the Z offset to make sure that I had a proper Z offset. And I did the linear advance. Ran linear advance on it, and I'm not doing any updates to it. It's running as it is. I will get brave and play around with it more as time goes. But for right now, I got to go see if I can find the link that JPP sent me yesterday. Here it is. Haha, thankfully I've got my history. Let's go over here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this is the adapter case. This is one part of it. That's the cap. And here's the main part of it that goes around all of that. And it's just a little quick print, snaps together. I'll print it in PLA to start. So let's close that. It's the yet another MKS eMMC adapter case by Maxim M2. So Maxim M2, thank you. Let's go ahead and download. Let's go ahead and get all the files. Open that up. Extract it. We'll we'll change that to the desktop so I can find it quicker. Click OK and extract. Wait, I already did that. Haha, I'm an idiot. I have my moments of stupidity, everyone. Let's go back to prep, file, new project, no, discard. Click here, go to desktop, find it. SD card and stick. It must be this minimalist one, huh? Mini drawer, USB stick. That's not it, is it? No. Nozzle. Oh, here they are. I extracted it right to the desktop. My bad. That's okay. Merry Christmas, 3D Medic Mints. Merry Christmas. Arrange those. Let's see here. We're gonna flip this one over though. So let's snap to side. There we go. All right. There they are. Click here, arrange again, and let's go take a look at something. Strength. We got 2. Let's make it 4. 4 and 4. 4, 4, and 4. 10% infill should be fine. It's nothing super crazy, but we'll make it 15 anyway, just for giggles. We'll make it 15. You guys can see that now. See, I changed it to 15. And then let's go ahead and slice it. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to have the brim on it. I don't think I need that. Oh, yes, my love.
Hello, Lover.
How are you, beautiful?
Before you decide if I'm going to go to bed, can you run back to the gas station for me?
Yes, yes, I can.
I'm not
Yes, you are.
sure. They all heard me call you a loser.
That's all right. They know that you love me with all your heart. And you call me a loser out of love.
That's exactly what it is. I call you a loser out of love.
Yes, yes, you do. They're all...
Not because the youngest kid said that you're annoyed by me all the time and that you don't like me most days.
And that's not true, and you know that. And she's just being a little shithead.
I don't know. Jaden might have agreed with that.
I think Jaden... Wait a minute. Jaden is still in the house? I thought the girls left.
Jacqueline left. Jaden stayed because she loves me so much more. Oh, yeah, you got to take her home in the morning, please.
Oh, that's why she stayed, because she doesn't want to have me go out of my way and listen to me complain about having to stop and pick her up.
Because you complain too much.
I know, that's all I do is complain. I'm just a complainer.
Because you won't shut the hell up, man. That's why.
Yeah, because
I found my sunglasses.
I'm so happy you found your sunglasses.
I am too.
The internet is
Son of
too.
a bitch.
Oh, somebody ate your sunglasses. Oh, what'd Simba do? We are talking about Skittles, right? Oh. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Pretty boy. Yeah. Obviously slacking. Yes. The internet says hi again. They love you. They want you to come hang out with me. Yeah, they want you to come out here and hang out with me again. They like it when you come hang out with me. Her. You don't say. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of grossness came out. Yeah. I'm sure it did. She's all nasally. Well, I'm pretty sure they said they close at 8 o'clock. Well, I think they said they closed at 8 and not 6, because if they closed at 6, it's too late already anyway. So maybe if you think of it, you could give them a quick phone call and make sure they're still open and find out what time they close, so I know for sure if I missed it or not. Because if I missed it and you called me after they closed, you cannot be mad at me for that. You used to work there. I don't know that. I don't work there. Okay. I love you. I will be wrapping this up here. This has got, what's it say, 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute print, and then I'm going to wrap the stream when it's done. We're going to make sure this fits, and then I'm going to head. Okay? Okay, I love you. Okay, bye, pretty girl. Okay, well, I hope they don't close at 7, because 20 minutes is going to make me not make it in time. So I do hope that it's not going to be that. That would be bad. That print is looking pretty freaking nice, guys. And I'm printing it in Pesriwinkle, so that's going to be pretty freaking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Tell them it's not 6 yet in California. They should still be open. Steve. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly, bud. However, the one thing that does irritate me about these time zones, like more than anything, the one thing that gets me is banking. And like, I don't know what you guys like what you guys like see and do, but like if I'm waiting for my payroll check to hit, I have to wait till like 2 a.m. for it to actually be in my account my time. Yes, my love. Okay, so what you're telling me is when I'm done and I go, I need to get your fountain pop first if they're open to make sure I get it, and then run out to your mom's and drop off her charger. Okay, got it. I know that you said if I would, but what you really meant was you're going to or I will hurt you. So
That's exactly what I meant.
exactly.
Because there's people listening.
Yeah, and you don't want to incriminate yourself and have proof that you threatened me. I know. Okay, I love you. Bye. Yes, I promise, guys, I am safe. My marriage is a wonderful marriage. My wife just sounds more violent than she really is. She kind of like a little chihuahua. You know, they sound bigger and badder than they really are. She doesn't hurt me. I'm safe. You don't have to alert nobody. But yeah. So this tool, well, what I was saying with the banking, though, is it's irritating when I have to wait till 2 a.m. to wait for my money to hit. But that also being said, I do wish that this little piece right here, this guy, was actually included, since it is a maker-based board that they run in these Sovels. I wish that this was included when you got the printer, because if you need to flash the eMMC, you got to have this. And if you have a problem with the printer that requires you to reflash the eMMC, this is a requirement. So I wish that Sovel would include these with this printer and the SV08, because the SV08, or actually just include it with any printer that uses the clip pad, because the clip pad is what needs this, not the printer. So any devices they sell with a clip pad should come with this as well, because, well, if you have to reflash the eMMC, you need that little plug right there. And this is the MakerBase branded one, which is the board they're running. So if you guys think I'm not wrong, I mean, let me know. But I do think this should be included as a, if you screw up or we did something dumb and didn't tell you, you may need this. You know, I think this should be something that comes with it. Just my thoughts. I know I am an idiot. My wife, again, tells me on the regular, and you guys in chat remind me I'm not super intelligent. So, you know, there, JPP, I'm sure there's something, I don't know, but I will have to do some snooping and some research. I have not been too up on Libre stuff lately, and it sucks. I still talk to Da from time to time, and we still chat. And speaking of, I need to send him a Merry Christmas, so I'll have to remember to send Da a Merry Christmas. he did reach out, and we did talk after my dad passed. He did reach out and make sure I was okay and find out how things were going. So that's good. And I told you guys, like when Don and I talked, I just told him I don't have. I'm spreading myself too thin. I don't have time to actually work my regular job that guarantees me pay and income, and then take on another job besides doing this with you guys. Take on another job that is a, you know, based on performance, commission-based job, really. So I don't have the time for that right now, but I still do love Libre. I still want to work with them. I still want to play with the new boards as they come out and test them and see what we can do. I've been trying to talk to some other companies about getting some of their compute module stuff, their hardware that runs compute modules, to see what the Libre boards will be compatible with, what they won't be, and then work with DA to get those compatibilities worked out, so that in the 3D printing space, when you're looking for a compute module, if you can't find one, I know Dow was working with the main sale guys directly to try and get a legitimate main sale OS image available for the Libre boards. I don't know how far that got. Again, like I said, I have been kind of out of the loop for a while. A lot going on with family and trying to get my life back in order. But I would definitely love to do more with Libre again. Just more of the testing and showing and stuff like that, just kind of demoing the stuff and showing it to you guys. I enjoy doing those kinds of things, more live stream, just what I do, live stream. So I would love to be able to have devices and items. The big problem that you run into doing live streams is no company really wants a live stream of their product. They want a nice, clean, edited video that they can use for promotional purposes, as well as have some sort of creative, so some input on the video itself. When you do it live, what happens is what happens, and there's no, it's like skating around a potential issue that could be fixed before the public sees it. So when something is bad and can be fixed ahead of time, instead of saying, hey, I had this issue on my live stream, you all saw that, they have addressed the issue, or they're addressing the issue, they don't like to do that. They don't like to have to backpedal to do that. They just want it to look good across the board. I understand that. I don't hold that against any company that they don't want to work with me, and that's fine. To the ones who do, like, again, Jason at LDO, Polymaker, in the past there was Printed Solid. Libre is fun to work with because he knows that his boards are a tinkery thing, so people are going to tinker with them. So they're going to be things that need to be dealt with. Let's see. Who else was there? Fabrico. Worked with Fabrico in the past. Hector, wonderful guy. Sent me the frame kit for that guy, and then I bought the Rook 2020 frame kit. He sent me that, and then I bought the Rook kit and used the parts that I needed to make the 2020 a thing, which aren't much. I mean, there's not much you need to change. It's a couple different printed parts, and then most all the hardware. You end up with an extra set of bearings and an extra set of rods when all's said and done, because everything else just transfers over to the 2020 frame. And you only use one set of the rods and one set of bearings, because you don't need the 4 for the Z. So there's that. But the Rook is a sweet little printer. I do enjoy that. LDO again, for lots and lots of different things over the years. Jason has been a huge supporter and sent me different things. I did win this in a giveaway they did on X, my switch wire, which Steve is all too familiar with the switch wires. Steve had his input in the switch wire and its creation and configuration. So, but yes, I have my little switch wire up there, the Hulk, as I call it. The purple and green monster that I did not name the Joker, like a lot of people do when they do a purple and green build. If I would have did purple and black, I could have named it the Riddler, but I got the space gray frame. Oh, I love space gray. It's my favorite color. Oh man, on all the frames. I want space gray everything. If I could get space gray extrusion by the mile, oh, I would just start cutting frame rails or getting frame kits in for all the different printers in space gray. I would. I want a space gray box turtle. One day I'll build a box turtle. I hope space gray is the option. Because I really want a space gray box turtle. Maybe I'll do the same thing with the purple and the green. And we'll put it up on the switch wire. But matte deep black is really nice too. Matte black, matte deep black. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. You're talking about the whatever color that is that's so dark that it doesn't let any light out. So it just looks like it doesn't exist there, like there's a hole in space where it is. Yeah. Got a movie starting. Y'all be good. All right, JPP, you have fun, good sir. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail again. Let's see how this turned out. It is not terrible. It is not a terrible print. I'll take it. Let's break this off of here and assemble this thing. See how it turns out. Oh, I dropped my mic. Sorry, guys. The mic is flashing red. I got to switch back to asshole. Hold on a second. These mics are not charging very well. The batteries are not holding up anymore. Okay, there we go. All right, switch back to mic named asshole. All right. Whoop. And whoop. There we go. Okay. Let me put the build plate back on the printer. There we go. Get this out of the way. Here's the parts. Let's see how this goes. So we drop this down in here. Push it into place. Snap it down in there. There we go. So that's in there. And then we just got to put the cover on. Line everything up. Get this side in place, and then we'll snap it in there. There we go. Ta-da. Look at that. On this camera, it looks more blue, but it is more of a purple. But there we go. Now we got something a little more rigid, a little more solid. Have a good night and safe travels. Thanks, Al. Thank you. But there we go, guys. 3D printed part on the printer that I required the part for. So there we go. And then the only thing I wish this had on the cover was an arrow pointing that way so that you know that when you put your eMMC on here, it is to hang off the back. So if you guys do use this for any reason, just know that if you have to put your MakerBase style eMMC on here, you go plug it in with it hanging off the back side, which would be nice if they would have rotated it so it goes over, but then you'd be blocking the LED indicator. So I get it. And it's only a temporary thing that you use. But yeah. So again, Maximus, thank you for this awesome print. It went together really well, really easy. Didn't have to do anything crazy. And there we go. So yeah, snaps together pretty good. The gap or the fit is pretty nice. You can kind of see the little split there, but kind of want that so you can snap it back apart if you need to. There's a little bit of stringiness here on the side, but nothing crazy. Looks pretty good all around. Nice functional print. There we go. All right. That being said, I'm going to jump back over here to the main screen. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up because I've been streaming now for a little over 2 hours. It seems to be the magic number. I try to stick around 2 hours because if I do more than that when I stream, I tend to burn myself out when I do my 4 to 6 hour streams. I get myself burnt out because then I keep getting like I am now where I stream day after day after day and I spend 6 to 8 hours doing this on top of a job and then I miss out time with the family. I don't want to do that, but I do want to be able to give you guys some of my time, hang out with you guys because I like you guys. I love you guys. I enjoy spending time with you guys. So, but yeah, I mean, here on this camera, you can kind of see the color looks a little bit better, but there you go. So if you do have anything that runs the clip pad and you need this little piece right here, I got it off Amazon. If you guys would like, I can post a link real quick to it in case you guys just want to get one to have one. They're like $10. And then the print, I can drop the link for, I'll actually drop the link before I end this. I'll drop the link for the cover so you guys can print one of those as well. So let me stick this in my little USB, my little Iconic Fab USB. Bam. Look at that. Iconic Fab. My little USB holder. There it is. So it's right on the desk. So give me just a moment. Let me grab a couple links to drop for you. We'll grab the link to this guy. So let me get that out of there. So it's just the proper link. Copy and paste. All right, there's the link to the adapter. Give me a second to go. I'm going to grab you guys an affiliate link. So if you do buy one, it'll give me a little kickback. You know, Amazon. And then let's type in the MKS. Actually, let me just go into my orders like a dingbat. Let's go to the orders and send you the one that I actually ordered. It is $9.99 for it. Last purchased on December of 22. Boom. Copy. Copy. Close this. Merry Christmas, Aaron. Good to see you, brother. I'm just getting ready to wrap the stream, actually, so thank you for popping in. I don't know how long you were lurking or if you just got here, but I'm sending a couple of links real quick to a couple of different things. JPP sent me the link to the printed file up above that was from Maxim M2. It's for this little guy right here. It's the printed cover that goes around this. And now the next link I'm going to drop is what the actual board is. It's for the anybody who has a MakerBase eMMC board, like the clip pad that comes on this guy, because I needed it. So I had to order it. So now we're going to drop that in here. This is an affiliate link, so I will make sure to put AF link in the chat. And it is for the, let me copy in there what it is too, so you guys know. It is a eMMC USB adapter. I could have just typed that in, I guess, huh? But anyway, there you go. There's the link for that. It is, again, an affiliate link. And then also there was one other thing I wanted to send a link for. Oh, I know what it was. There we go. Iconic Fab. Let's find his little USB stand. I want to find his little USB adapter stand that he's got. I'll send you guys, I'll drop the link for that too. There we go. Minimalist USB and USB stick holder. There we go. Copy. You're back, Science Sniper. All right, man. I'm actually just getting ready to wrap the stream, but I'm dropping a couple links in here. So the first one is for the cover for this guy. That's the little printed part we just did on the SVO7. There it was. Turned out really nice. Pops together real easy. No crazy, like, hard to line up. It snapped together pretty quick and easy. So that's the plastic, the cover for it. The second link is for the actual eMMC adapter board that does the MakerBase eMMCs, as well as it does have an SD card reader in it. So it is a multi-purpose tool that I will probably be using more because it does have the SD card reader in it. So we can use it for both. And then the third link was for the Iconic Fab Minimalist USB SD card, little SD card holder with this little, let me take this out of here, with this little slide out piece that you can put miscellaneous stuff in, screws, paper clips, whatever. I just rested an adapter, a full-size SD card adapter, just sitting in there. But and then you can print it and whatever. So I did like this is black with a little bit of flake in it. I forget which one it is. It's Polymaker, It's Galaxy Black or something like that. And then the blue is actually from Polar 3D. It's a transition spool that they sent me. So thank you, Polar, for that. But yeah, guys, the SVO7 is up and printing, up and working. So that is good. So that's awesome. I do have to go back to work tomorrow. So I will be at my 9 to 5 trying to get done as much work as I can so that I can take off hopefully Monday and Tuesday next week. And then I can have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. Get me a nice 5-day weekend. And then be back to work on Thursday, Friday the following week to do whatever. Just, school's going to be kicking back up, so I'll be in the building for whatever needs to be done. I might even take Thursday off if I get enough done and just be in Friday before everybody comes back to finish the little bit that I might need to do. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a Merry Christmas. Hopefully we'll stream again before the new year, but if I don't, have a Happy New Year as well. And yeah, that being said, guys, I got to go get Mama a fountain pop and run a charger out to my daughter who forgot her phone charger. And since she has an iPhone and my in-laws have Android, they don't have an iPhone charger. So thankfully USB-C has finally made its way into the iPhones, but we didn't get her a new iPhone. So yes. Thanks, Dan. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D, Keela, you, Jeremy, and Poity, again, thank you for the monies for the Christmas gift. It has been ordered, and when it gets here, you guys will definitely be the first 3 to know about it. So, thank you guys. All right, stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Again, happy 3D printing, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all those things. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.